With regard to the victim, Judge, I have family members here. I want to acknowledge everybody that is here first. I want to start with Barbara Maryfield, who is going to speak. Richard Cruddas, her uncle, is on Zoom. Jim Cruddas is also on Zoom. Patricia Del Corio, who is actually the grandmother of Ms. Errickson's son, will also like to speak, Judge. In order of appearance, it would be Maryfield, then Del Corio, Richard Cruddas, and then Jim Cruddas. But there's other people in the audience here too I want to acknowledge. Jennifer Maryfield is her cousin. She is there. Alicia McDaniel and friend. Phyllis McKiernan is the fiance of Richard, and Eric Grover is here as a cousin. So I want to acknowledge them and thank you for being here. And I present Barbara Maryfield to speak on behalf of Emily Cruddas and family.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Barbara Maryfield. I'm Emily's one of her aunts. I'm sorry, let me just compose myself.
You just take it.
Your Honor, when I first got the call that Emily was gone, it almost killed me. Okay, I knew right away that Sarah had something to do with it. Okay, her mother had made up a will right before she died and had me in charge of it because she did not want Sarah in charge of it. Okay, I have a video of it. It's not just me saying it because she knew something would happen, Your Honor. Okay, Emily looked up to Sarah. Even everything Sarah had always done to her all her life, Sarah loved her older sister. Emily loved her older sister. She did everything to try and make Sarah love her back, okay? You don't know, Your Honor, what this has done to everybody in our family. It's not just us, but to Sarah's kids, too. It has ruined their lives, okay? I don't know if she ever thinks about what she did to her own kids, but it's ruined her kids' lives, too. How the heck could you inject your sister with fentanyl, knowing the stuff that kills people? How could you do that to your little sister, Sarah? It wasn't bad enough when you tied her up for days, and I got a phone call while I was out of town in the middle of the night telling me that she had been tied up for days. I had her call the police. I thought that was bad enough. But now, right after that, she gets killed. If I would have gotten my way, Your Honor, I would never, ever let this woman released from jail. Okay, because that still wouldn't be enough time for what has been done to Emily. Okay, in my eyes, it was premeditated and greed. How could she disrupt so many lives? Okay, Emily was such a beautiful, beautiful little girl, so happy. Everybody just loved her. All this were financial needs. They had everything they could use and have. They inherited a house, money, everything. But Sarah made sure she got rid of Emily so she could have all that. Okay, so I just want to put that out there, Your Honor. And just one more thing, and I'm not just saying that about Emily. I was an awesome aunt to Sarah. I have always been there for Sarah since the day my brother met her mother, for Sarah and her children. So I'm not trying to be, anything here. Sarah knows how much I loved her and what I did for her. But right now, I just want justice for Emily. Thank you.
We're able to get Patricia Del Corio. Can you hear us, ma'am?
You just have to unmute, Patricia.
I'd like to make a statement.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I witnessed Sarah's behavior for a long time. I lived with her for a while, taking care of her ailing mother, who is dying of cancer. I witnessed her abuse. I was a victim of it as well. She was abusive to Emily and her mother. They were definitely afraid of her. Her mother was manipulated into changing her will, and I had to be a witness to it. I asked her mother if she was sure she wanted to make those changes. And the mother was so upset and intimidated that she just agreed because of her fear of Sarah harming her in some way and didn't have the strength to argue about it. Sarah's children have been through so much and witnessed so much turmoil that they need much normalcy, impossible without her influence. I feel they are better now that she is no longer involved in their lives. I am praying that the law will work as it should, and sentence her to the longest possible punishment because she is a danger to society. Her actions were cold, cruel, and premeditated, and she should not be allowed to be anywhere but behind bars.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Richard, are you ready? Okay. Oh, I thought you.
No, that's the grandfather.
They have the same name.
Okay. Sit, stand, however you feel comfortable.
Whatever makes you comfortable.
My name is Rich Cruddas Jr., uncle to Emily and brother to her father, Jim. I wish I had made it to Joe Reagan's sentencing hearing, however, I did not. Sadly, he also got a sweetheart plea deal like the one here today. First, I would like to say thank you to the New Jersey State Police for pursuing this case for over a year, and ultimately, their hard and dedicated work got them the evidence to make arrests. Next, I would like to say how sick and disappointed I am in the deal that was given to Sarah. Emily was just 21 years old and murdered premeditatedly. Emily's murder, orchestrated by Sarah, her own sister, again, despite the language of this deal, was indeed premeditated. Sarah and Joe dosed Emily with Xanax to make it easy to incapacitate her. Then they purposely shot Emily up with narcotics to kill her. The lawyers in the courtroom can tell Sarah to say she was not sure Emily would die, but no one really believes that injecting double-digit bags of heroin and fentanyl into someone would not kill them. Emily, in her last moments, knew she was going to die, and also knew she was going to die at the hands of her own sister and her own fiance. With zero remorse, they went back to partying after watching Emily struggle to breathe and then finally take her last breath. The guilty continued to party for hours as Emily's body got cold, but never as cold as their hearts and their soulless bodies. 8 years for cold-blooded premeditated murder, 8 years for cold-blooded premeditated murder is a travesty of justice. And I have wrote asking you to increase it, but apparently you cannot. Please do not lower it. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I will turn to Mr. Cruddas.
We have two. We're talking to James this time. So James, you just have to unmute, okay?
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Thank you, sir.
On 2/17/23, I received the call, no pair at once, that my daughter was dead. I could feel my heart break. The pain was so intense I could not speak. It was like the world was at a standstill. If I had to describe what it feels like to be paralyzed, this would definitely be it. The pain was so deep, all I could do was stare and thank God to wake me up from this nightmare. My daughter was taken from me through a senseless act of violence, a cowardly act. Although the defendant took my daughter away from me physically, she doesn't have the power to take away the love and memories that I hold dearly in my heart. My daughter was everything, and you took that away from me. My life will never be the same. The pain has impacted me mentally, physically, and emotionally. In a way, some might think we should carry hatred in our heart, but instead I carry pity. Pity for you, Sarah. I beg the courts to reject this plea deal and sentence her to the maximum sentence under the law if that can be done. This was premeditated. She had it planned out and acted on it. And what they did to my daughter, making her suffer for 7 hours, she don't even deserve 8 years. She don't deserve life in prison. But Your Honor, for Emily, if you can reject this and make it more years to the maximum of 20, please do that, please. Thank you.